change of direction to Witsup.com. Jason Shortis is quite upset that he wasn't allowed to appear on our website, so we've asked him to come along as a supportive dude. Jace, tell us why you wanted to come on board.
Oh, look, I think it's really important for not to just be... It's reverse discrimination, really, isn't it? I mean, but seriously, I mean, I feel a fair bit of affinity for the website and for women in general, being a lesbian in a man's body, but also mainly, on a serious note, being a father of 2 daughters. I think it's probably really important to have particularly some male support, particularly for women in sport as well, because, I mean, let's face it, I think it's absolutely awesome, and I think it's fantastic what Witsup's doing and promoting strong women in our community, but also strong women in sport as well. And as a father of 2 daughters, I can only hope that they get to have every opportunity that I had as a kid growing up. And that's the one thing that I've always been really careful and really, really importantly tried to promote. And I think, given the relationship that a lot of daughters have with their dads, I think it's actually really, really key and really important that, number one, dads spend a lot of time with their daughters, but also they promote every aspect that their daughters could have. My 2 daughters are fantastic. They've got absolutely no sporting ability whatsoever. They are absolutely quite crap at it. Particularly my youngest is the most unco little girl she's ever, but she loves it, and so I like to drag her along, or go along to what she wants to do and what she wants to try, and let her experience a lot of different things. And I think that's the key. I think having had a little bit of a look at Witsup, I think that's really what you're trying to promote, is actually girls getting out and having a go. And as a father, I think that's really cool.
Well, I really appreciate it. We all really appreciate it, Jace. Thank you so much. Well, let's just quickly talk about your daughters, and obviously, being a dad and trying to encourage your daughters, as well as any other kid, to give triathlon a go. What do you see about triathlon that's fantastic reason for all kids to get involved in the sport?
I think the fact that it's actually a multi-sport, that there's 3 different disciplines, is a really cool thing, because, I mean, let's face it, being just a good runner or just a good cyclist or just a good swimmer is a fairly narrow fairly narrow sport to be involved in, and putting all 3 of them together, because they're fairly three very different disciplines, means that you kind of get a bit more balance. You get someone that's a little bit balanced that may not be fantastic at all 3, but it's kind of the sport that if you have a bit of determination and you want to have a bit of a go, you can actually go right at it. And that's what I see, particularly with a lot of the girls that I've been involved with, from a coaching point of view or from a mentoring point of view, that it's not necessarily the fantastic athletes that actually go well in triathlon. It's sometimes the girls that are actually got a bit of drive and a bit of determination and a bit of mongrel about them that actually go right. And I kind of like that. It's kind of tickles my fancy a bit. I like that a bit.
Well, just speaking about the girls who have mongrel in them or whatever, I mean, you've been in the sport for quite some time. How have you seen the women in triathlon change over the years? Like, your Chrissy Wellingtons have certainly raised the bar, but you look at some of the athletes out there today, there's some impressive chicks out there.
Oh, look, there's a bit of a joke amongst the boys, the pro male triathletes, that you don't want to be chicked in a race. But unfortunately, it's becoming a much more common occurrence, because the girls out there are going really good. They are awesome, absolutely awesome, and often are a lot more balanced in their athletic prowess and the abilities they do. They also are a little bit tougher than blokes, let's face it.
So true.
Most blokes are really pretty soft. I mean, let's face it, they really are. Unless you're having a good day, it's all a bit tough. I don't know if I can do it anymore. I think I need to step off. I mean, there's no hard guys anymore. There's not a lot of tough boys coming up through the ranks, let me tell you. A lot of tough chicks, not a lot of tough blokes. No. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Guys are weak as piss, and the chicks are smashing it.
Well, that's not quite what I said.
No, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you said.
Well, I can't take this back anymore, can I?
No. Jace, thank you so much for joining us and for being a supportive dude. I really appreciate it, and so do all the chicks out there.
Nice.